Hello, it's me doing a review on my Bootleg SH Monsterarts Godzilla 2019, and just before I start the review, the buildings in the background are for a stop motion that I'm gonna start soon, which is Gypsy Danger versus Knife Heads. So I'm gonna have them, so it's gonna be sort of like when he fights Otachi in the film. And I've also got this one, which Knifehead's going to smash into, but I'm going to have one of these textures over the top of it, so then he falls in and breaks through it. And yeah, I'm going to use them in my stop motion. And on with the review. So this is a really cool figure, even though it's a bootleg. It has got quite a scary look to it. On it, like his face does look a bit like a zombie or something. It is quite a freaky mouth that they did. It's got lots of blood in it and stuff. It looks like they've just poked a soldering iron in for the eyes there. They look very strange. And the dorsal plates are quite thin. And this tail, I don't like the way they did that bit there. And this bit always falls off. But the reason I got the bootleg, I didn't purposely buy the bootleg. I went on Wish. And then I just heard from my friend who said, Wish, don't trust it. It is basically just bootlegs unless you want to buy some cheap clothes and stuff. Because this, I did also buy another figure from Wish. I bought this one and 2019 King Ghidorah, which turned out to be something else, which I'll show you in my next review. So I wasn't that disappointed with this. It didn't come with any of the boxes, same with the other one. It just was in a little plastic bag, basically. Yeah. Articulation. So it's got a ball joint at the top of the neck, and then it's got this little guard here so you don't have a big gap. And then it's got another ball joint at the base of the neck and another guard there so it doesn't fall. It's got this, there is a ball joint there. Whenever you move it, the arms pop off. These arms, especially this one, easily come off, but it's got a ball joint so you can get a full 360 movement. And it's got, I think it's a hinge in that. I really don't know. I think it is a double swivel hinge. And it's got a ball joint at the end so you can do a full 360 spin. I really like the detail on the claws and the hands. Same with the other arm, which doesn't fall off that much, but it still does fall off. And then it's got ball joint in the middle, but it doesn't really do a whole lot, really. Yeah. It's got a ball joint for the hips, and a double swivel hinge for the knees. So one up there, one down there. Then ball joint there and a ball joint in the ankles. So you can go have him stomping. It's got lots of ball joints in the tail. I haven't counted them. And then this bit, the tail. That bit is the complete opposite size to that bit, which I was quite annoyed about. And that does come off quite a lot, and this end of the tail isn't really detailed as much. It's only got one line of dorsal plates when the end has two there, and it's got lots going up, which is a bit annoying, and it does fall off a lot. I'll just leave it off. And another thing about the dorsal plates is, well, that one there is the same to the one on the other side. That's the same as that one. All the dorsal plates on either side are exactly the same as the other ones, which I didn't really like that much. I quite like having the design of that dorsal plate different to that one. But yeah, you can't really do much about it. And then it's got, I really, the detailing on this, I absolutely love it. So it's got a sort of gill, they aren't gills. 2014 has gills. This one doesn't really. It's got ridges that look a bit like them, but they aren't. And then it's got more spiky texture there. Then more scales. Lots of spikes going all down it. More really nice detail. That sort of looks a bit like feathers-ish. I really like that. And then it's got... But it is a very good figure, and it does only cost about £30. There isn't really much difference besides the colour and some faults in it and the details. Oh yeah, also the tongue is, I think, on a tiny ball joint. So you can get it to move up a tiny bit. Not much, but I think that's quite a cool little feature. And then the atomic breath. This atomic breath is much smaller than the actual Monsterarts one. And also, that bit there, that's meant to be a separate bit, and then you put the rest of that onto there. But I don't know if you can see that. There is a line there, which it looks like they've actually just put them on there and then moulded it together. And also the teeth on this one, they're tiny. They're about that long, when those are much longer. Like, those teeth are so much bigger compared to those tiny ones, which is a bit strange, which I didn't really think was very good. And the way you add the atomic breath on is you just, it's quite, yeah, then you just pop it on. It is quite hard to put on, so then you can have him properly firing up. When you do it forwards, his jaw does sometimes droop down. Sometimes it does. Nah, it doesn't do that much. Yeah, look, it's doing. See, it just falls off. So if you do want him having that and like shooting at your King Ghidorah or whatever, then I would recommend getting a stand just to hold it up like that, so you can have him firing. And there, you see the bottom jaw a bit better. I really, it's not focusing, but I really like the bottom jaw. It's quite a good detail. Please focus. I think it's, yeah, nah, yes. So it's got good detailing on the tongue. And the teeth aren't that bad. Oh my gosh. Sorry, it isn't focusing. I'm just using an iPad for this. So it's not a proper high quality camera. And then the bottom jaw is actually much harder to get on than the other one, because you think, ah yeah, I've got it on, but then it isn't attached properly, so you need to properly push it in, and then it does sort of, yeah, then it does go in. But yeah, I do really like this figure, even though it is a bootleg. I don't really like the word bootleg, it sounds a bit mean. It's not the real thing, basically, but it's still almost an exact replica, just a bit different colour, and slightly different sculpt on the head. But anyway, if you don't want to spend too much money on the actual SH Monsterarts one, you can either get this one or the NECA one, which I did have, but then I sold, so I was able to buy this one. So yeah, it is basically a big upgrade from the NECA one. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.